This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The time is 8:45 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lakshman Fonseca and read by Tilani Pires. The headlines. The third reading of the 2023 budget passed in Parliament by majority votes. Parliamentarian Heshavi Thanage was elected as the chairman of the Parliamentary Caucus for the Youth. Applications call for re-scrutiny of the 2021 O-level examination results. The department says artificial intelligence will be introduced as a subject from grade 8 from next year. And on international news, TikTok sued by Indiana over security and safety concerns. And on sports news, 5 new records were made on the first day of Sri Lanka Schools Aquatics Championships. The third reading of the appropriation bill for the fiscal year 2023 was passed in Parliament today by majority votes. The bill was passed following a 13-day debate on the third reading this evening. The Speaker Mahinda Yapabewardena announced the results of the division. 123 voted in favour of the budget proposals, with only 80 against and 2 abstentions. During the vote on the second reading, 121 parliamentarians in total had voted in favour of the budget, while 84 MPs from Samagi Jana Balawe National People's Power, Sri Lanka Freedom Party, MP Vimal Weeravansha and MP Dalasalaha Peruma voted against it. MP C.V. Vigneswaran had abstained from voting in both second and third readings of the budget. Parliamentarian Heshavi Thanage was elected as the chairman of the Parliamentary Caucus for the Youth. He was selected for the post at the meeting held to establish a Parliamentary Caucus for Youth for the 9th Parliament. Parliamentarians Manjula Dissanayaka, Premanath C. Dolavatta and Veerasumana Veerasinghe were elected as deputy chairpersons. Heshavi Thanage, the new president of the caucus, said that the caucus expects to intervene actively in the future for the expectations and problems of the youth. He added that the caucus is expected to propose a systematic program to promote youth participation in making the country's policies and legislation. Meanwhile, all parliamentarians emphasized the need to give more opportunity to the youth representation in the local government bodies, provincial councils, as well as the parliamentary elections. The chairperson of the caucus also requested all members to submit suggestions and ideas related to the future activities of the caucus. The Department of Examinations says the first paper of the Grade 5 Scholarship Examination will be held from 9:30 am to 10:45 am on Sunday the 18th of this month. The second paper will commence at 11:15 am later that day and will last for a period of 1 hour till 12:15 pm. The Commissioner General of Exams, LMD Dharmasena, stated the exam will be held at 2,894 exam centres island-wide. The Department of Examinations also said applications will be accepted for the re-scrutiny of the GC Ordinary Level Examination results from December 8th to the 20th. The department said candidates can apply via the official website of the examinations, www.donets.lk. The department added further information in this regard can be obtained by contacting the telephone numbers 011-278-5231, 011-278-5216 or hotline 1911. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Discounts of up to 60% to People's Bank credit cards this festive season.
The all-night mail train services on the upcountry railway lines were cancelled today due to trees fallen on the tracks between Ohio and Idalgasina railway stations. The railway department said the night mail train from Colombo Fort to Badulla, as well as the train scheduled to leave from Badulla in the night, have also been cancelled. The department stated the employees are currently engaged in restoring the track. A 10-hour water cut is scheduled to be imposed in several areas within Colombo and its suburbs on Saturday. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board said the water supply will be interrupted from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. in the Colombo, Dehiwala, Mount Lavinia, Kotte, Kaduwala municipal areas, Maharagama, Boralasgama, Kolonna urban council areas, Kotikawat and Mullaria Pradesha Sabha areas, Ratmalana and Katubedda. The water cut is being implemented owing to maintenance work on the pipeline supplying water to the Ambatale water purification plant. That ends the local news for now.
Enjoy discounts of up to 60% at selected merchants. Only with your People's Bank credit card this festive season.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Department of Education has taken measures to start teaching artificial intelligence as a subject from grade 8. The Education Minister Susila Premajayanta said the decision was taken in line with the program to make information technology a core subject for the GC ordinary level examination. It was earlier planned to teach AI as a subject in grade 10. However, following the suggestions of an expert committee, it was decided to start teaching the subject from grade 8 onwards. The minister added, without this type of transformative change, it will not be able to produce a Sri Lankan to cope up with the 21st century challenges. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Celebrate Christmas and New Year with lots of CIB discounts. Valuable gifts with bank discounts till 31st of December. Come to CIB today.
And on Watch Light tonight, the National Dengue Control Unit says Sri Lanka is seeing a rapid rise in dengue fever once again. The highest figure is from the Gampha district, where 390 cases were reported within the locality. The number of patients reported within the Colombo district is 27. Accordingly, 68,928 dengue cases have been reported in Sri Lanka so far this year. That came to you in Watchlight.
Celebrate Christmas and New Year with lots of CIB discounts. Valuable gifts with bank discounts till 31st of December. Come to CIB today.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
We give you the strength to rise higher and higher.
Never step back, but always march forward.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines first. The UN Food Programme publishes cookbook in Turkey. The number of smokers drop as vaping rises, data shows. TikTok sued by Indiana over security and safety concerns. The United Nations World Food Programme has published a cookbook empowering women through cooking. The book includes recipes taken from 59 foreign women living in several regions of Turkey. The women currently reside in Turkey's various regions and have different socio-economic status and backgrounds. The book published in Turkey met its authors and readers for the first time at the launch held in Istanbul. The WFP said the book contains recipes and life stories of Syrian, Afghan, Pakistani and American women living in Turkey and sharing their love for the country. This book project is a great example of the power of food to unite people and how diversity can contribute to local cultures and cuisines, WFP added. The number of people smoking in the UK dropped to its lowest level on record last year, but more people were using e-cigarettes. Data from the Office of National Statistics, ONS, said over 7.7% of youth are used to taking e-cigarettes compared to 6.4% in 2020. The ONS said the latest data was a statistically significant drop, and it added the decrease in the numbers of smokers may be partly due to more people turning to electronic cigarettes. The ONS also said that vaping devices such as e-cigarettes had played a major role in reducing the numbers of smoking across the UK. The popular social media app TikTok has been sued by the US state of Indiana. Its Attorney General Todd Rokita has accused TikTok's parent company ByteDance of violating state's consumer protection laws. 2 lawsuits were filed on Wednesday. The first one claims the app exposes young users to inappropriate content. In the other complaint, Mr. Rokita also alleges TikTok does not disclose the Chinese government's potential to access sensitive consumer information. The complaint says the app's algorithm promotes a variety of inappropriate content, depicting alcohol, tobacco and drugs, sexual content, nudity and suggestive themes, and intense profanity. Indiana is seeking an injunction against its practices and civil penalties against the company for its unfair and deceptive conduct. Back to the world news headlines. The UN Food Programme publishes cookbook in Turkey. The number of smokers drop as vaping rises, data shows. TikTok sued by Indiana over security and safety concerns. That ends world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
Amidst all challenges, we will rally around you and advance.
In the face of hardships, let's stand strong together.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
And on development news, the Lanka Changemakers has proposed a program titled Cyber Discipline to combat all forms of cyber harassment, cyberbullying and online stalking in Sri Lanka. The organization said it is attempting to introduce cyber discipline to the national education curriculum in order to educate children about cyberspace and relevant topics. It is also planning to take steps to educate the society and formulate a sustainable national program together with the other groups on cyber discipline. The group is also attempting to take legal steps against all illegal activities taking place online while intervening to also introduce a legal system on cyber discipline and formulate necessary laws in Sri Lanka. That came to you in development news, and we're moving on with sports news. 5 new records were made on the first day of Sri Lanka Schools Aquatics Championships. The tournament was organized by the Sri Lanka Schools Aquatic Sports Association. Bringing more interest to the competition on the first day itself, Anusara Abegunavardhana of Vichali International School broke the record of the boys under 18 400-meter individual medley event with a timing of 5 hours, 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Nalandian Dilanka Shehan previously held the record set in 2018. Heshara De Silva from Lyceum International School, Ratnapura, renewed the girls under 12 50 meters backstroke record with a timing of 36.62 at the prelims. In addition, the girls under 14 50-meter backstroke record was broken by Vandani Fernando of Kalutara Balika Vidyalaya at the prelims. Eknaligoda of Ananda College raised the bar in the boys' 50-meter backstroke and 50-meter freestyle events of his under-12 age group. He swam in 30.71 seconds and the 50-meter backstroke finished the 50-meter freestyle in 27.13 seconds. That came to you in sports news.
The fastest way to earn the highest interest, an interest rate of 22% in 4 months. NSB, the safest place for your money.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Alliance Air will resume its flight services connecting Chennai and Jaffna from December 12th. The service commences after a nearly 3-year pandemic-induced break. The Hindu reported the operations will resume on December 12th, with 4 weekly flights between the two cities. The airline was earlier a subsidiary of Air India until the national carrier divestment and handover to the Tata Group in January this year. The airline was earlier a subsidiary of Air India until the national carrier's divestment and handover to the Tata Group in January this year. That came to you in Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The fastest way to earn the highest interest, an interest rate of 22% in 4 months. NSB, the safest place for your money.
And on economic news, the chairman of the Public Utilities Commission, Janaka Ratnayaka, says that no electricity board CEB party can pay bonuses this year. He said that bonuses cannot be paid to the employees of loss-making institutions since it's making losses. The chairman said that as long as the Public Utilities Commission is in good standing, no third party will be allowed to increase the electricity tariff. He also stated that until he made a request in 2017 to raise electricity tariffs, no one made such a request, and the claims that such a request was made are false. That was economic news. Finally, the weather report. The Met Department says cyclonic storm Mandus over southwest Bay of Bengal is 300 kilometers northeast of Trincomalee today. It is very likely to move west-northwestwards and cross North Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and South Andhra Pradesh coast over southwest Bay of Bengal around midnight tomorrow. Cloudy skies will prevail over most parts of the island. Intermittent showers are expected in the northern province, with heavy rainfall exceeding 100 millimeters at some places. Showers will occur at times in the Sabaragama province and in Gaul, Mathura and Trincomalee districts. Several spells of showers may occur in the western and northwestern provinces and in Nuwara and Kandy districts. Strong winds about 70 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the northern, north-central, eastern, Uva and central provinces. That was the weather report. And now to end this news broadcast, the main points once again. The third reading of the 2023 budget passed in Parliament by majority votes. Parliamentarian Hesha Vithanage was elected as the chairman of the Parliamentary Caucus for Youth. Applications called for re-scrutiny of the 2021 O-level examination results. The department says artificial intelligence will be introduced as a subject from grade 8 from next year. And on international news, TikTok sued by Indiana over security and safety concerns. And on sports news, 5 new records were made on the first day of Sri Lanka Schools Aquatics Championships. That ends this news broadcast.